the tunnel earlier on. Welcome fans to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. Tonight we'll see the San Antonio Spurs as they play against the Milwaukee Bucks here at their new home, Fiserv Forum. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. And the starting for the Spurs, the guard there are Jones and Vassell. MP out there with Johnson. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis slot in at the small and power forward. Damian Lillard out there with Beasley. And it's Lopez in at the 5. We're looking over these teams, Smitty. Very strong play from their front courts. What do you think about this matchup?
It's going to be a great one. Each of these teams are so solid up front. It's strength versus strength.
The Spurs start out with the ball. One of the stories tonight, and there are many, MP scoring off against Giannis Antetokounmpo. It marks the first time ever meeting between these two terrific players.
And really, it's impossible to defend Giannis one-on-one. You need multiple bodies building a wall between him and the basket. That's going to be key tonight, as always.
And there could be something of a feeling out process here, or maybe these teams feel confident in their preparation and are ready to just go at it.
And again for 3.
And would you believe he's nearing 4th place for most three-pointers of all time?
I cannot believe it. Not only does he have the talent, but he never stops working on his shot. This guy is something else. On the wing, Giannis. And the foul called on MP. And that's And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Trailing by 13. And watching Malik Beasley over the years, Smitty, he is built to score.
Yes, he is, Kevin. He's out there to put the ball in the bucket. And he can get hot in a hurry. When that happens, just keep feeding him the rock.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Portis is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Green. And it's Beauchamp in at the 2 guard. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against the Pelicans was all business. He scored 48 points and with 6 rebounds. He really worked hard in that game and put up some big numbers as a result. Guys, back to you.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
And that's what every player has control of, his level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
Ruffles has landed some big-name NBA stars the last few years, Greg. More recently, they have just added MP to their list of spokesmen.
And Kevin, not a surprise to see the endorsements starting to roll in for MP. He's one of the most marketable stars the league has to offer.
Here's Middleton following the basket by MP. Gallinari with the screen for Middleton. Releases from 15. He can't hit that time. Spurs leading by 12. Pass to Osman. Spurs working the ball around now. And MP throws it down.
And he wasn't taking any chances on that shot. MP goes up strong for that flush.
Portis, the pass to Middleton. Puts up a 3. Rebound, San Antonio.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
Back to MP. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Inside, here's Gallinari. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Defenses has to be careful. You know Gallinari is going to force fouls, but you have to try to prevent The and one.
Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Lillard comes in for Green. And with Tim Duncan and David Robinson, Greg, the legendary Spurs big man of days gone by, does that, do you think, add pressure for Victor Wembanyama?
Maybe a bit, but he also has the resources of the same great organization behind him, and that's what'll help.
Now here's Beasley following the miss by MP, and Middleton kicks to Beasley. Just 5 to shoot. Passes it to Lillard. Over Jones. And it's Lillard missing.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
And the dunk by MP.
And you see the impressive basketball IQ Jones possesses. Keenly aware of when someone is open.
Now here's Lillard. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. Gallinari, a screen on Jones. Three-pointer, Lillard. Tough night continues. Shooting a woeful 1 for 9.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
From deep, Johnson. Rebound, Milwaukee. Coming into this having notched the win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, and the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time.
San Antonio out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. And we'll be right back after this.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, they certainly were disguising their game plan. Force the ball down low, get some high percentage looks, maybe draw some fouls. They were very physical.
This game plan is diesel tested and approved.
And now, let's take a look at the Rookie of the Year race so far.
Well, MP is obviously very skilled, but I'm more impressed with his confidence as a rookie. You can tell.
Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2024, I would like to start off by congratulating all of you for successfully making it to this achievement today. I'm sure your high school graduation was not what you had imagined, and most likely, neither was your first couple years of college. By making it to this moment through all the adversity thrown your way from COVID, I hope you learned the important lessons that suffering in this life is only temporary. As a proof you witnessed firsthand.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease.
I want to be sure to thank President Minnis.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last two quarters.
See, last year I gave the commencement address at my alma mater, Georgia Tech, and I thought that one graduation speech was more
MP out there with Victor
especially for someone
and it's Jones in at the point.
But of course, President Minnis
Beating the pass to
used his
Wembanyama.
gift of persuasion.
Good, and the assist goes to
It spoke to the
MP.
many challenges you all
Wembanyama's
faced
got
throughout
14
the
points
COVID
for the game.
fiasco, and how you missed out on so many milestones the rest of us older
Now,
people
here's
have
Lillard.
taken for granted. While COVID might have played a large role throughout your formative years, it is not unique.
From
Bad
downtown,
policies and poor
Eaton
leadership
grabs the
have
miss.
negatively impacted
Struggle is
major
real.
life
He's
issues.
been way
Things like
on with
abortion,
his shot all
IVF,
evening long.
surrogacy, euthanasia, as well as a growing support for
Jones
degenerate
kicks to
cultural
Johnson.
values in media.
MP sets
all
the screen
stem
for Johnson.
from the pervasiveness
Jones
of
for
this
three.
order. Our own nation is led by a man who publicly and proudly proclaims his
And
Catholic
again,
faith.
it's San
At the same
Antonio
time,
with
is
the three.
delusional enough
Yeah,
to make
these
the sign of
defenders
the
had
cross
better
during
start
pro
closing
abortion
down
rally.
on shooter.
Boy, Steve, Trey Jones is a great story of continuing to work at your game.
Yes, it is, Kevin. He's developing into a nice point guard who can run the show. The vision continues to get better, and points are coming in bunches. It's clear he's putting in the work.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Giannis Antetokounmpo remains so consistent. He said, I want to get to the position that my game is boring. People talk about it because I do it every single night, but I don't get shots. The greats, the best players, never get bored. They always give their best every given night, and that's my mindset. Kevin?
D.A., I love it. Thank you so much for the report.
But never mistake charity for cowardice. It is safe to say that over the past few years, I've gained quite the reputation for speaking my mind.
Three-point land.
I never envisioned myself wanting to have this sort of
fall. They were 0 for 3
so I have
to start this half.
But to embrace it, to reach more and more truths
Jones
about
finds
accepting
Vassell.
your lane and staying. As members
Kicks it
of the
out to
church
Johnson.
founded by Jesus Christ,
MP with
it is
a
our
screen on
duty and
Middleton.
ultimately privilege to be authentically
Johnson,
and
the pass to
unapologetically
MP.
Catholic. Don't be
And
mistaken.
to come right back with the three of his own.
The church,
It's no good.
people in polite Catholic
Here's
circles
Antetokounmpo.
try to persuade
Drains the
you to
19-footer.
believe
Antetokounmpo's got 15 points.
How about the pass to Lillard? Good at finding his open teammates.
Abandoned the church, and as an apostate, when he died,
Jones
seen
against Lillard.
quiet and unknown
Johnson
to anyone
outside.
who forgot.
Dishes it to Jones.
As a friend of Benedictine College, His Excellency
MP with a
Bishop
screen on
Robert Barrett said in his review of the
MP
film,
outside.
it was exactly what the cultural elite want to see in Christianity.
A step back shot here. And he overshot that one, missing.
And not allowing the
Catholic
shooter
faith has
even
always
an
been
inch of breathing room on that
Our
one.
Lord
You know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
Whenever they go against the tyranny
Here's
of
Beasley,
diversity
the kick
and
out to Antetokounmpo.
We fear speaking truth.
And out of bounds,
Because
the
now,
San Antonio
unfortunately,
gains
truth is in
possession.
minority.
Already a lot of
Congress
talk
just
about who's
passed
going
a
to
bill
take part in the
stating
three-point
something
contest
as
this
basic
season.
as
And
the
here's a
biblical
look at the
teaching.
players most
Kill
likely to make it.
Jesus.
And so many great shooters in the
But make
NBA
no
these
mistake,
days. And
before
these
we even
guys,
attempt
quite frankly,
to
the
fix
best
any
of
of
the
the issues
best. I
plaguing
wouldn't be
society,
surprised if we
must
see a
first
scoring
get our
record
own house
broken
in order.
in this year's
It starts
competition.
with our
And you
leaders.
look at Lillard, the third
bishops and
spot in the
priests
voting
appointed by
belongs
God
to
as
him.
our
There are very
spiritual
few
fathers
players with his
must
ability from
be
long
right in
range.
order.
And it looks like
There's
he'll
not
be
enough
rewarded
today-
with the
time
spot in the
today for me
three-point
to
contest.
list all the
And I'm
stories, priests
sure
and
there'll be
bishops
some
in this
changes
blocks.
in the
And none of
rankings
us
still
can
to
blame
come, but you're
ignorance
right.
anymore.
I'd
And
be
just
surprised if there's
proclaim
anyone
that that's
who wouldn't
Father
cast a
said.
vote his way.
Because sadly,
And as
many
the votes
priests
keep
we are looking to
pouring
for
in, we'll
leadership
keep you
are the
updated on
same
any
ones who
changes to that
prioritize
list.
their
It looks
hobbies,
like
or
we're
even
going to have
photos with their
quite a
dogs
group.
and matching
Now, you
outfits
talk about
for
the
Bears
ultimate
trip.
marksman's list here,
It's easy
Kevin.
for us
Maybe
laymen
this will
and
be the
women
year
to think
somebody
that
gets
for
that
us to
perfect
be
score.
holy, that we
Good
must be
read from
active
Malik,
in our parish
noticing the
and try to fix it.
overcommitment and making
Yes,
the
we
defense
absolutely
pay
should
for
be
it.
involved in supporting our parishes.
MP with a
but we
screen
cannot
on
be the
Middleton.
source for our
Johnson
parish
dishes to
priests
MP.
to lean on to help with their problems. Just as we look at the
Giannis
relationship
against
between a
Jones.
father and his son,
MP sets the
so
screen
too
for
should we look at the
Jones.
relationship
Lopez with
between
the
a priest
steal.
and his people. It would not be appropriate for me to always be
Antetokounmpo
looking to my
finds
son for
Lillard.
help when it is my job as his father to lead him. St. Jose Maria
And the
Escriva
vast
states that priests
And
are
sports may
ordained
be the
to
ultimate
serve and
meritocracy.
should not yield to
Does it
temptation
matter
to
where you're
imitate lay
from,
people,
a
but
grade,
to be
your
priests.
background? You got to have game,
Gradually,
right?
so many
Kevin,
priests
it's a
involve much of their
beautiful thing.
happiness
Some
from
players
the
grew up
adulation they
in the
receive
NBA,
from their
others were
parishioners.
a world
And in searching for
away.
this,
Either
they let
way,
their guard
when
down.
you get here, you know you've earned
This
it.
uneven
Look at the
year
Bucks, GA.
proves to be
They've made the
problematic
playoffs
every
every
time.
year since
My
2017.
teammate's girlfriend
And
says,
Kevin, as long as Giannis is at the helm,
protect.
that streak should continue.
St. Jose Maria
He's
continues
arguably the
that
best
some
player
want
in
to
the
see the
world.
priest as
Guys
just
want
another man.
to play with this
That
kid.
is not so.
The Bucks making a
They want
change
to
here.
find in the
Bo
priest those
Jamp's checked
virtues
in.
proper to
San
every
Antonio
Christian.
also making
And
a switch.
indeed, every
Collins checked
honorable
in for
man.
Victor Wembanyama.
Understanding, justice, a life of work, priestly work in
Jones
this
against
instance,
Lillard.
and good
Pass to
manners.
Beauchamp.
It is not
Over in the
prudent as
corner,
a lady for us
Antetokounmpo.
to consume ourselves
Takes it down the
in becoming
Middleton.
amateur
There's the
healers
three.
so that we can decipher
San
this or that
Antonio with the
theological
rebound.
teaching. Unless, of
Eaton's
course,
got
you
his
are a
fourth
theology
rebound in
major.
this one.
And they've
We
got to
must be
be
intentional
not
with our
just
focus
on the
on our
scoreboard,
state and
but
life and
really
our
in the
vocation.
rebounding numbers
And for
as
most
well.
of us, that's as
Giannis
very
with
men
it.
and
Now
women.
defended by
Still, we
MV.
have so many great resources at our
Middleton, a
fingertips
screen on
that it
MV.
doesn't take long to
And
find
it's good,
tradition
2
and
points.
timeless teachings that haven't
Antetokounmpo's
been
got 19
ambiguous
points.
through our
This
times.
team's struggles
Plus,
are
there are
not
still
his
many
fault.
good and holy
He's putting
priests
in work
in
at at the offensive end.
And the three.
chaos of the world is unfortunately reflected in the
Johnson
chaos
kicks to Jones.
in our parishes.
On the wing,
and sadly,
MP.
in our cathedrals too. Our cathedrals
Johnson
too.
in the corner.
As we saw during the pandemic, too many bishops, not leaders
MP
at all.
with a screen on
They're
Lopez.
motivated by fear. Fear of being
Shot
sued.
by Johnson,
Fear
no
of being
good.
removed.
Bucks
Fear of being
trail by
disliked.
18.
They showed by their
And there's the feet to
intentional
Lillard.
or unintentional,
Eaton
that the
grabs the
sacrifices
miss.
don't actually matter.
MP's got 5
Because of this,
rebounds
countless
tonight.
people died
And
alone
all quarter
without
long,
access
it's
to
been the
sacrifice.
same story,
And it's a tragedy we must
inconsistent
never
with this
forget.
offense.
As
And
Catholics, we can look at so many
on Zach
examples
Collins.
of heroic shepherds
And that'll be
giving
his
their
third
lives
foul
for their
so
people.
far.
And really just a great play to
We can
sacrifice his
mind
body
the lie
and take the
that the
charge.
things we experience
Always good to get another look at a terrific
over
defensive
the
play.
centuries, there have been great
Sharp
wars,
instincts
great
on D
famines,
there.
and yes,
Just
even great
timing
diseases.
when to rise
All
up
that came
and
with a
swat
level
that
of
one away.
lethality and
Looking at
danger.
who's out there now for
But
the
in
Bucks.
each of those examples,
Bobby Portis
church
comes in for
leaders
Brook
leaned
Lopez.
into their
And
vocation
it's back
and
Connaughton
ensured that
in
their
for
people
Damian Lillard.
received the sacraments.
There's so
Great
little
saints
ego
like
in
St. Damien of
Giannis's game.
Malachi, who
It's
knew the
not
dangers
about
of his
him
ministry,
out there.
stayed for 11
Wants to
years
make
as a
the game
spiritual
easier
leader
for
to
his
the leper
teammates.
colonies of Hawaii.
They set the
His
pick.
heroism is looked at today as something set
Kicks it to
apart and
MP.
unique.
Pass to
Ideally,
Collins.
it should not be
Spurs
unique.
working the ball around now.
As a father loves his child, so a shepherd should love his sheep.
And for his offense,
That goes
this
even more
has
so
just been a brutal period.
These men
This
were
is his
present day
third free throw attempt for the game.
Our bishops once had adoring crowds of people kissing their rings and taking in their every word, but now relegate themselves to a position of inconsequential existence.
Bucks trail
Now,
by 13.
when a bishop of a diocese with a
Malik
bishop's
Beasley out
conference
there
as a
with
whole
Damian
puts out an
Lillard.
important document
Then there's
on this
Bobby
matter or
Portis.
that,
Then there's
nobody even
Gallinari.
takes a moment
And
to
it's
read it, let
Beauchamp
alone
in at the
follow
3.
it.
That's
No.
the 5 on the floor for
Today
the
our
Bucks.
shepherds are far more
Count the
concerned
basket.
with keeping the
This is
doors
why
open
you're
to
trying to get him
and they
as
are
many
the same
touches as
difficult stuff
possible.
out loud.
He's got the
It
net.
seems that the only time you hear from your bishops
Back
is
to
when it's time for
MP.
the annual appeal.
MP
As we
goes
need our
right to
bishops
the
to be
rim.
vocal,
And he
teaching,
can do a lot more
setting
damage
aside their
to
own
the rim
personal
than
comfort
that
and
when he
embracing
wants
Oh,
to.
you're right. And with
Our
the
bishops are
lead
not
they're enjoying,
politicians,
I'm
but
surprised he
shepherds.
didn't
So
put a
instead
little
of sitting
something
there
extra on that
like
one.
going along together,
Shooting foul
they too
as the whistle
need to stay in
blows.
their
He'll
lane.
shoot 2 free throws.
I say all of this
Portis
not
doesn't
from a
like-
place of anger, as we get the leaders we deserve. But this does make me reflect on staying in my lane and
In a moment
focusing
here,
on my
take a
own
look at the
vocation
scoring
and
breakdown
how I can
for
be a
the
better
Spurs.
father and
They are
husband
making it
and live in
rain
the
from
role,
the three-point
but not
land
being
right
of it.
now. And the
Focusing on
coaching
my
staff
vocation
continues
while
to
praying and
encourage them
fasting for
to
these
let
men
it
will do
fly.
more for the
Another
church
thing they've done
than
well
me
tonight
complaining
is convert
about
at the free throw line. May seem like a
because there
little
seems to
thing,
be so much
but boy, it
confusion
can
coming
pay
from our
big
leaders.
dividends.
There needs to be concrete
Chances
examples for people to look
almost
to in
always
places like
you can
Benedict,
rely on him to get
a
you
little
2
Kansas
points for the
college,
lead,
just
just
high on
enough
the block
to
above
keep
the
him out of
Missouri
rhythm.
River.
And this is what the schedule looks like for the Spurs.
Is the recipe for
On
success.
Thursday, they'll be
You need to
matching up
look
with
no
Andre
further than the
Drummond
examples
and the
of Thomas
Chicago Bulls.
over the
And
past
then
20
on
years.
Saturday,
Enrollment
they'll be
has doubled.
facing Kyrie
Instruction
Irving
and
and the
revitalization
Dallas
are a
Mavericks.
constant part of
And
life.
just looking
And
ahead
people,
to
the
what's
students,
on tap,
faculty,
there are
and
a
staff
lot of winnable
right.
games for them, but
This
you
didn't happen
can't
by
go into
chance.
the stretch
In
with
a
that
deliberate
mentality.
movement to
You've
embrace
got to
tradition and
focus
Catholic
on
values,
what's in front of
Benedictine
you
has
and
gone from
bring
just
it
another
every night.
liberal arts school
Launches
with
it.
nothing set it apart to a
MP,
thriving
no
beacon
good.
of light.
Having
And
a
reminder
shaky
to us all
time from the
that when you
floor,
embrace
but his
tradition,
teammates have
success,
been picking up the
worldly and
slack.
spiritual, will follow. I'm certain
Giannis
reporters
outside.
at the AP could not have imagined that their attempt to rebuke and embarrass places of people in Holy Spirit Benedictine
Lopez
wouldn't
sets
be
a
met
screen
with
for
anger,
Giannis.
but instead met
And
with
the Bucks miss
excitement
again.
and pride.
San
Not the
Antonio's
deadly
gone
six
ice
or
cold from
pride that
three-point
has
land
entire
0-4
month
since the
dedicated
start of
to
the
it,
final
but
quarter.
the true God-centered pride that has cooperated with the Holy
Jones,
Ghost
the pass to
glorify
MP.
Him. Reading that article now shared,
Back to Jones.
we see that in the complete surrender of
Shot
self
clock at 6.
and a turning towards
He
Christ,
kicks it to
we will
MP.
find happiness. Right here in a little
Once
town
again off the
Kansas,
mark by
we
San
find many
Antonio.
inspiring ladies
And
using their
here's Lillard. He brings it up for the
President
Bucks.
Venice,
A
Dr.
two-point game.
Swofford, and Dr.
Lillard, a
Timur
screen
are
on
two great
Vassell.
examples right
To
here
the
on this
paint.
very
Here's
campus
Lopez.
that will keep the light of
That
Christ
doesn't
burning
go
bright
on the
for
chance to tie.
generations to come.
That was
Being
excellent
locked in with your
contest,
vocation
preventing
and
him
staying
from
in your
making
lane
something
is going to be the surest way to find true happiness and peace in this life. It is essential that we focus on our own state.
Big-time shot from MP, stepping up when the team needed one.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2024 is sitting at the edge of the rest of your lives. Each of you has the potential to leave a legacy that transcends yourselves and this era of human existence.
A three from MP.
In small ways, by living out your vocation, you will ensure that God's church continues and the world is enlightened by your example. For the ladies present today, Congratulations.
Pass to Antetokounmpo.
You should be proud of all
Lopez,
that
a
you have
screen
achieved
on
to this
Vassell.
point in your young lives. I want to speak directly
Taken away
to
by
you
Johnson.
because I think it is you,
And even
those women,
3-on-3
who have had
break.
the most dialogue.
17-foot shot on the
Many
way.
of you are sitting here now.
And the basket by Vassell.
Devin Vassell with a great feel when to use the mid-range jumper.
You may go on
Such
to
a
lead
skilled
successful
swing
careers.
man.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers
I can tell
talking
you that
with
my
his team.
beautiful wife
He
Isabel
told his team
will be
they're
the
being
first to say
too reckless
that
with
her
the ball. He
life
said,
was
you're turning it
she
over
began
left and
living for
right.
vocation.
You got to be smarter and more in control out there.
And on the stage today,
Okay,
able to
David,
demand
thanks.
And it's easy to see why Lopez is out here in these moments.
beyond this,
Never
with the
afraid
many talents
to
guys,
take a big shot.
they
And
cannot be
the dunk by
overstated.
MP.
And all of my success
Flying high and
made possible.
throwing it down
There's a girl I
with
met
a
in big
one-hand.
class.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Down low. Antetokounmpo, no good.
He had it rolling and then lost it for some reason. Let's see if he can get it back while it still matters. This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Bucks trail by 7. Right side, Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Spurs shooting it well here in the fourth quarter. 50%.
She's the primary educator to our
The
children.
pass to Eaton.
She's the one who ensures I never let football become my business.
MP with a
Become
screen
a
on
distraction
beat.
from that.
Kicks it out to MP.
She's the person that knows me best.
MP showing the
It is
range.
through our marriage.
And at this
that Lord
point,
willing,
just
we
sort
will
of running through the
obtain
paces
salvation.
as it appears it'll be a
I say
nice
all of
win
this to
here
you because
for
I've
the
seen it
Spurs.
firsthand.
You know, it's
I
tough
wish
to
you
put
could
your
hear
finger
someone.
on the deciding factor in
And
this
this
one.
will
But I'd say that
closer and closer to God's will in their life. Isabel's dream of having a career might not have come true.
and so it's San
But if you
Antonio
asked her
with the
today
win.
if she has any regrets on her decision, she would laugh out loud
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well.
without hesitation and say, heck no. As a man who gets a lot of praise and has been given a platform to speak to audiences like this one
close out
today,
a significant
I
win.
pray that I
Well,
always
folks,
use
that's
my
going to do it
voice
for
God
now.
and not